the first time I've ever overslept for a live. That's a clear indicator that this show and this whole thing is whipping my ass. Episode 51 of Inside the Rapper's Studio. Of course, I'm your host, Swansii. Huge apology for the hour delay. I'm not. I don't sleep. I really don't sleep. I ain't no braggy Kevin Gates kind of way, which is fucking stupid. But like in the, I don't really get enough rest as much as I should. So hopefully we can change that. I usually do like a pre-show nap, and then right after that it's like 15 minutes of showtime, and then we're set to go. And yeah, but this time around I couldn't find the phone that I actually do the lives on, which is this little baby. Um, and then it really couldn't. I couldn't find it, and I couldn't wake up. So here we are, 9 o'clock, inside the Rapper Studio. Hopefully we can get young Swansii on. The guy actually just type it in. Hopefully everybody's having a solid Monday. Yeah, it's been different. It's been really different. I didn't even it even felt off color even promoting this show as a way, especially with the recent you know what I'm saying, lynchings, straight up lynchings, not just like deaths, but straight lynchings across the country and being found on purpose and things like that. It's just I picked the weirdest time to do an interview series, you know what I mean? So really just trying to find my space in between doing these interviews, actually being conscious enough to do the interviews while recognizing the stuff that's going on, as well as still keeping what this show is about, which is the music. So trying to find a balance in between all three, it's really tough to do. But yeah, I'm trying. For God's sakes, I'm trying. But yeah, we're here. So inside the Rapper Studio, episode 51. Hopefully Swansii up. There you go. Speaking of the devil. Let's go ahead and get this started. Hopefully this episode will breeze really by easily. Oh, we're starting to get a little full now. All right. That was just a applause check. I don't really have a chance to. I don't really have a reason to applaud now. Huge shouts out to everybody that's in the building right now. There you go. I feel like an uncle right now on my phone. It's very embarrassing. But yeah, for those just coming in, I am a sleepy boy. I overslept for my show. So we're gonna have to get this started pretty soon. Says is waiting for Playboy Swansii. Hopefully we can join as soon as possible. That's why. So because he sent the request. Okay, so let's try that now. Okay. All right, I think we should be good.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, we got a little glitch early in the game. Are you near some Wi-Fi?
Wait a
Can you hear
second.
me?
All right, hello.
You good to go?
I cannot hear a thing. It's laggy.
On
Oh,
my end or yours?
I'm good. I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, everybody, please welcome to episode 51 of Inside the Rapper Studio. Of course, I'm your host, Swansii. Today, we have a very, very special guest in the building. He is a young phenom. He's a young artist straight out of Baltimore, getting his early starts within music, such as doing EPs, doing singles, doing videos, the whole shebang and bang. So, if you don't mind, please drop hearts, please drop likes, please drop comments for the one, the only, young Swansii.
Yes, sir.
How's it going, broski?
Bro, it's going.
We're gonna have one of them lives today, huh?
Yeah.
You were mad glitchy out of all that. Could you say it again?
Wait, what did you say?
You were mad glitchy. Could you repeat that?
What did you ask?
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm great. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooling. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good. So with every episode of Inside the Rapper Studio, there's an introduction. There's an introduction to how the bottom screen or the guests got introduced within music. Could you tell us the origin story of the artist known as Young Swansii?
Okay. So basically, it started like this. So music has always been in like my like eye radar. It's hard to explain because I've been listening to music since I was like, I don't even know. Like my sister used to play a lot of R&B a lot, and I used to really fuck with Chris Brown very heavy. So I was like, okay. And then one day, it was 10th grade. One day, me and my man's Richard throw with the bag. He was like, we was listening to G Herbo Who Run It remix, and we was like, we could do that too. So basically, what I did was I found the app where you can record your voice and put the beat. I basically figured it all out, and then I put it on the beat, and then we and him just rapped on it. It was so bad. It was very trash. And it's private on SoundCloud. Nobody's never hearing that ever again. But basically that's what happened. Then we just kept making music. Then eventually, Vaughn, Finnico Baby was like, I like this one song you made. And then we went to the studio and then we really did it. And then from that point on, since my cousin showed me the studio, I've just been working and trying to perfect my craft.
Mm. So with that studio presence, did it take it to another level?
Yes. I had to learn a lot in there. Like I didn't even know what dub meant. I knew what an ad lib was, but I didn't know what dub. And he was like, dub it. I'm like, what is that? But I had to learn that what I should do with my voice, because like, the auto tune be helping. So you gotta learn what to do when you got it.
Gotcha. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about on today's episode was a project that you dropped last year called Love Equations. Could you tell us how that project came about for you?
So basically, I was going through a rough time. I was going through a bad breakup, and I seen it all coming. I knew we was going to break up. So I'm like, I gotta be prepared. So once it happened, I made so many songs about it. Like a lot of people don't really like that sad stuff. That's why I stayed away from it now. But back then, I was going through something bad. So I'm like, I gotta put the pain in the song. So through all that, Love's Equations was the first banger I made. Everybody loved that song. That's like my top 2 songs. So I'm like, I gotta keep it going. It's called Love Equations. So I had to make it about love and like sadness a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that tape, I really like that tape. It's like I was trying new voices, trying new flows and melodies, trying to perfect it, whatever, just to see like how I would like it. You know what I'm saying? So basically that tape, it's like a gem to me, because like that was like, it wasn't my first tape, but it was like me. It was like the real me for real. Like what I want to do, like the type of songs I want to make, not what everybody else want to hear, is what I want to make. That's what it's about.
Do you feel as though that personal attachment or personal approach to this project made it a better project than what you were working on before?
Yeah, because I rushed my first project. Like I didn't really like it like that. Now that like when I look back at it, I don't really like it. I like at least like 3 songs on it. So it's like I don't think that was the real me. That was just me putting it out to put it out. So I shouldn't have did that. But this one I really took my time, and I was like actually like just doing it, like just making songs every night about what was happening in my life, and just it was like the real me. So I really was trying to perfect my craft in that sad area instead of just doing what other people want to hear. So yeah.
Gotcha. So the one song I wanted to talk to you about on Love Equations is called August 26th. Could you tell us the concept you were going for this song?
Okay, so I was in class. I was in class. In class. I didn't do my work. I would listen to beats. That's how dedicated I was. I used to listen to beats in class for no reason. So I'm listening to a beat. Even my mans could tell you, he right next to me. I'm listening to Love Galore, right, by Travis Scott and Caesar. That's the sample beat. If you listen to them, that's the same beat, kind of. It's like a little different. So I'm listening to Love Galore, and I love Travis Scott. So I'm like, this song is hard, but I didn't steal the flow of it. I just got the beat like a different version. So I'm like, okay, okay. And doing this was like, I don't know, when was this? Like October-ish when I was listening to that beat. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make something to this. And I was in a dark. Now that was the darkest song I ever made because August 26th is my birthday. So it's like that day I was sad. You know, my ex didn't even tell me happy birthday. That's how mad she was because we broke up like 5 days before then. So
God damn.
yeah, 5 days before. So I ain't get no presents. I ain't even get no happy birthday. She commented happy birthday right on my post, but didn't put no emojis. Like it was a dry happy birthday. She was that mad at me. So I'm like, nah. So
Might as well not say nothing.
right, like it was. You might as well not say that, right? So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I was really like depressed that on my birthday, like that day. I didn't get nothing. I was just sitting in my bed, you know, thinking. So I'm like, okay. So I just thought about that day. Basically, I'm thinking about how I was sad and how I wanted her to come back and everything, and like it was just me really like it's really sad vibes. I really like the vibes on it, but like I don't listen to it like that because you know every time I listen to it I get sad. So I'm like, there's no point in listening to that. But everybody else, some people like it. You know what I'm saying? Some people it's like underrated. Like probably one of the most underrated songs on my tape. Like I got tapes on those 2 tapes. I got at least one underrated song, and that is one of them. So
I kind of wish I knew that before I decided to play the song, because I definitely would have went with something else if that was the case. Uh, but with this song, from where you played it then and where you wrote it and recorded then, how much have you learned about not only this song, but about yourself with this song since then?
I learned I learned that I can manipulate my voice to be very sad. Like I learned my vocals, I can sing. It's like it's hard to explain. Like it's like when I feel the emotions, I can sing. So in that song, since it was sad, I learned how to like perfect my sadness and channel my my inner self when I'm in the studio. You know, I cut the lights off and I just start, you know, just start making music. And that song really touches a spot. That's why I don't really listen to it like that, you know?
Gotcha. You mentioned earlier how Love Galore was like somewhat of a not just a sample, but an inspiration for the song. Did you have
Yeah.
any other inspirations for the work that you do?
Like any artist?
Yeah.
Okay. So back then I wasn't I wasn't really listening to Travis Scott like that. Like Travis Scott wasn't bad in my opinion, but it's like I didn't really get into him yet until now. Now it's like for the past few months, Travis Scott is not my biggest. If anything, my biggest is Future, because you know, I don't know. Future is a toxic person, and they like to say I'm Future Junior or I'm a toxic human being to these females. So I was like, okay. So all my lyrics, like when I be talking about these females, that's the Future in me. Future, I basically Future is my inspiration. Plus Travis, plus Uzi and Cardi. You know what I'm saying? Like Young Thug is on my voice. Like that's like you know the auto tune with the high pitch. That's all Thug there. But Future lyrics, that's like near me. That's like me. You know what I'm saying? So I like combine people. Like my ad libs is like Travis Scott. Is like I like to harmonize in the background. A lot of people don't do that. They just do ad libs and then your vocals and then they just put it in the song. I do 3 or 4 because I like to add some harmonization in the background. So that's the Travis Scott that I be listening to. So basically Travis, Future, Uzi, Cardi, Thug, that's probably the biggest right now.
Do you feel as though any of them would like? Well, are there any of them that you would want to work with in the near future, or is it just all of
All of them. But I gotta make a song with Future and Travis Scott though. That's top 2 right now. Only because I don't know. Like once you hop on a song with Travis Scott, you automatically up there. Like it's like he's very versatile. He do things a lot of people don't do. Like and a lot of people don't like him that's from here. That's why I'm different because I like artists that people don't like from this city. And that's why.
So, are there any, I guess, influences in terms of artists that you will find in the city?
I like Shorty Shorty a lot. Like that's my favorite Baltimore artist. because everybody sound, everybody talk about shooting guns and being in a trap and everything. I don't really like that. I mean, I can make songs like that, but it's not fun and it's not real. So I don't want to do that. So I'm like, Shorty, he be making love songs, kind of. It's like he's a vibe. His voice is like, it's like he smokes cigarettes. That's his voice. So I don't. It's like, but and then you mix that with auto tune, and he just sound like a guy. So I'm like, Shorty, really my favorite artist. TMC the Don is cool too. I like his singing melodies. But basically, rapping is not like what I like to listen to. I like to listen to like auto tune rapping / singing. So Shorty, my like Baltimore artist that I listen to the most.
Gotcha. So for the ones that's just walking in, the song that was playing August 26th off of the project Love Equations for episode special guest, Young Swansii. Young Swansii, thank you again for joining me for this interview and being very patient with the sleepiest person in the world.
Okay.
I want to give a few shout-outs to everybody that's in the building right now. Huge shouts out to L Cook, shouts out to L Busy, of course, shouts out to Trill with the Bag, shouts out to K85X, and shouts out to Key 2 times. So, Mr. Swansii,
Yes,
the
sir.
next thing I wanted to talk to you about was the song called Lil Durkio. Could you tell us what this song kind of like brings out of you?
Okay, so I dyed my hair blonde in the summertime, and when I dyed my hair fully blonde, that was like basically when I dyed my hair. Every time I dye my hair, it's supposed to be a new like sequence in my life. That's how I look at it. So when I dyed it blonde, I'm like, okay, I was sad when I had my green hair, and I was sad when I had my purplish pink hair. So I'm like, if I dye blonde, that's like a new me. So I'm like, all right, I dyed it fully blonde. Everybody said I look like Lil Durk. I'm like, I look nothing like Lil Durk. Like, so basically everybody in school called me Durkio. Everybody saying Durk this and Durk that. I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm gonna embrace it. So I was like, I made a song. That's what the title is. The title has nothing to do with nothing. It's called Lil Durkio. So that's where I got the song from. But the song when we made it was me and Richard Show with the Bag. He wasn't even supposed to be on it. That's the crazy part. Every time I make certain songs, he not supposed to be on it. It's just like he be there, and I'd be like, you know what? I don't feel like doing my second verse, so you can just go in there and freestyle. So when we made the song, it was like just so I know. Basically, Dirk got a song. Lil Durk got a song. I didn't even notice till later on. Like I'm really a genius. So later on, I realized Dirk got a song called "I Know." I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm tying them together. So I'm like, basically, again, most of my songs is low key about my ex. I'm not even going to cap. Right? I ain't going to cap. Nowadays, I just be going from the top of how I feel. But that song was about how it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? That's basically all of them, but not really. Like I put a little spin on everything. So Richard threw the bag. I keep saying Richard, but basically he finally let out his singing voice. Cause y'all don't know, but I know. Trill with the bag can sing. Y'all just don't know it. He sing in front of me, but he don't sing in front of everybody else. I'm the only one that know that he can sing like that. Like, he be really vocal. I don't know how he do it. If he people, but that's not his persona. His persona is more like rapping. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he don't sing like that. But on that song, he was like, "Yeah, I can go in there and sing," and he did it. And that's how the song came about.
I got a very important question from one of our viewers, Vichy Spice. What does the hair color mean for you?
Okay, so red. I feel like this is my final form, kind of. I didn't do all colors, but red is more like I say angry. I'm not sad no more. I'm more angry than anything. So it's like I'd rather be angry than sad because I don't want to sit around crying all day. I'd rather just be mad and just listen to music and calm myself down. So with the red, it's like it's not no devil stuff. It's red is my favorite color. So I'm like, okay, but I can't lie. I kind of backstabbed my grandma. She told me don't get no gang colors before she died, and I didn't listen. At first, I was doing it, but then I was like, I can't because red is my favorite color. So I was like, I'm sorry, but yeah, red is more like an angry phase. It's more like a demon phase. Just like the song "Demon Time" I just dropped. It's more like a demon phase. You know, my persona that I'm going through for real.
What about the green and the blonde?
Green, my hair. my hair was green for prom because that was supposed to be my ex dress color. That was supposed to be her dress. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it to match it because my suit was black. So I'm like, if I get my hair like that, I'm gonna match her. But then the little lady was like, we can't get her color. So basically, she got black too. So I'm like, damn. So I just got my hair teal. It's teal. It's like greenish blue. So I got it teal for like maybe like 4 months. It wasn't that long. That was most likely my sad phase because we was toxic. So that phase I don't want to go through again because that was a bad phase. That's why I switched my hair to blonde. Blonde was also supposed to be like a new phase, but then that shit turned to be like it turned to be also a sad phase, low key. So I was like, I gotta really get out this phase, and then I got out it when I got my red. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, for the ones that's just walking in, the song that was playing was Lil Durkio, the song off of Love Equations. The project done by our wonderful guest, episode 51 of Inside the Rapper Studio, Young Swansii. Once again, thank you for joining me for these questions. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about, speaking of Lil Durkio, is the person that you featured on the song with, Trill with the Bag. I wanted to talk to you about working with Trill and you guys' relationship with you guys starting to rap together. So could you like elaborate on that for me?
All right. So like I said, back to the when we did the Who Run It remix, me and Richard, we made songs every day, like on the phone, just doing dumb stuff, like just saying stuff on the phone, and then we started putting it out for real. So then when we put it out, it was not getting a lot of plays. It was basically everything we did was bad because we made it on the phone. So I'm like, all right, we can't make it on the phone no more. So we went to the studio, and then we made songs in the studio, and then after that, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of branched off a little bit. I kind of branched off because I'm not gonna lie, when I wanted to make my own songs, like some singing songs. I like to sing, so I'm like, I gotta make some singing songs. That's what I really want to do. I didn't like to rap like that because that's boring to me. Like I don't want to keep just rapping. So I'm like, nah. So I branched off a little bit, did my own thing. He went back to doing his. He was doing his thing, and then but regardless, we still come back together and make a whole song. Like it's like he always goes to the studio with me, and I always go with him. So it's like I see what he do, he see what I do, and we just be sometimes like when we bored and I don't feel like doing the second verse, or when he don't got nobody, he just like just go in there, go ahead. Like if y'all don't know, I'm always in the back of Richard's songs. Y'all don't ever hear it though. I'm either the ad libs, or I'm just in the back, just there. Like I'm mostly the ad libs though, because he don't like to do his ad libs sometimes. So mostly every song I'll be doing his ad libs for real. Now our relationship grew in ninth grade because I had to hold his weed one time in class because he was getting searched. Yeah.
I mean, that just goes to show how down you guys are. Like, trust me, if any other time you hear about relationships, especially amongst like young black men, it's usually on like, oh, we just homeboys and stuff like that. But when things like that go down, nobody has each other's back. Nobody's trying to look out for each other. So it's actually good, believe it or not, that you would do that because there is a sense of unity between you guys. Do you feel as though like moments like that kind of like is, I guess, accent or accentuate what you guys do together musically?
My bad. The comments is funny. Everybody laughing. But because, wait, say that again. Say that again. I'm listening.
Do you feel as though moments like that, in terms of like looking out for each other, does it resonate within the music as well?
Of course. Of course. Like, if I need him for something and he got it, he's like, for sure gonna, like, give it to me if I need it. So, like, it's vice versa. We got that type of bond. It's never no hate relationship. We might, like, argue, but even if we argue, we'll come back straight, like, in 5 minutes. Like, we realize it's not worth it. Like, the bond broken is not worth it. So, it's like, he know I got his back, and I know he got mine. Like, it's really that deep. Like, a lot of niggas, they'll do some crazy stuff, but him, I would never say that he will ever like do something like that or like do something to snake me, cause it's been a tough road. Like I met his peoples and he met my peoples. It's that deep. Like he met my grandma. Ain't nobody really meet my grandma. So even before she died, he met her and everything. So I'm like, he really like there. So I can't. I can't ever cut him off for no reason. It would be no reason because he's solid, and that's what you need as a friend. You need a solid nigga. There ain't no solid people out here. So you just gotta stick to your little small circle. Because trusting people gonna get you killed.
Absolutely. I can attest to that, boy. So, next song I wanted to talk to you about was a single that you just released not too long ago called Toxic. Could you give us the backstory of this?
Okay. I had to remember that Demon Time and Toxic is two separate songs. I had to switch. So Toxic, okay, so I'm sitting in my house, you know what I'm saying? Me and my ex is completely done. Like completely. Like this is like never ever happening again. So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? I wanna make a singing song. So I'm like, I'm ready to put my vocals, I'm ready to test me, I wanna see how I got it. So it's one part in the song where I had some crazy vocals. I was really singing in there. I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted. So Toxic is about basically I had the toxic persona about how I was toxic in the relationship, even though it was low key her. And then you had a lot of that was my persona at the time, was me pimping and being toxic to everybody and everything. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make a song called I'm gonna ride the wave. I'm gonna ride the wave. I'm gonna be toxic then. That's what they want. So I made a toxic song about how if you listen to it, you'll hear what I said. But basically, I made a toxic song about how she was toxic and how I was toxic, how I left on red on purpose, and how I had these hoes sucking me off. And I was thinking about her. Yeah, that was very toxic to say. But you know, it is what it is. It was
That
very
actually
toxic.
does sound Confusion line now that I think about it.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like that Future said, oh yeah, I got that lyric from Future too. Future said, got my dick sucking, I was thinking about you. I was fucking on the slut and I was thinking about you. So I'm like, I listen to a lot of Future, so I'm like, okay, how am I gonna flip it? So I said, what I said, what I say? I just was thinking about this. I said, I forgot what I said. I said, what did I say? I don't know what I said. It was something about oh, I got it. I said, she's sucking my dick. I'm thinking about you. That's what I said. So I'm like, yeah, I just flipped it a little bit, but not really. So I was like, yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it because that song was meant to be toxic. So
Gotcha.
I
I
think
mean,
it'll get people
do you feel as though, like, I guess having that balance of what they want and what you want came out of this song? Because you mentioned earlier how this the project that you did work on was something that you wanted, not just they wanted. So
yeah.
does this relate to that as well?
Yeah, definitely. No one wants to. Nobody. I talk to my niggas like they do not want to hear me sing. You know, they want to hear me rap. So I'm like, so this song is breaking barriers because that's me singing and rapping at the same time. So it's like, and the beat is not like a beat people listen to here. Like it's like a Frank Ocean type beat, kind of. So I'm like, okay. So yeah, this is something I wanted to do. It's like I took the persona where everybody got me as, but I made a song as what I wanted because people don't want to hear that sad stuff all the time. That's why Love's Equations was different for me because it was basically a sad album, kind of. But now it's like they don't want to hear that. So do I care what they think? But sometimes I don't at the same time. That's why Demon Time, everybody liked that so much.
Gotcha. So the song that was just playing was called Toxic. One of the most latest singles from our wonderful guest of episode 34. Ooh, I'm gone right now. Episode 51 of Inside the Rapper Studio, Young Swansii. Thank you again for your patience within the whole process. Thank you again for, I guess, rescheduling unannounced. Yeah. I want to give a few more shouts out to everybody that's in the building right now. Let's see who's in here. Of course, IG's going to take forever on loading that because why wouldn't it? But yeah, shouts out to Key Two Times. Shouts out to Superstar Duke. Shouts out to Girl Riri. Shouts out to Dale from Trinidad. Who else we got in here?
Yeah.
I want to say Zior because it's like xii.org. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Shouts out Barry Lutalo. Hopefully folks in the building. All right. So last question I had for you, Mr. Swansii, is what is next?
Questions, man.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
What's next for Mr. Swansii?
Oh, what's next?
Yes.
I'm gonna keep making these songs, bro. I got a whole tape, or it was supposed to be an ET, but it's a EP, but it's a lot of songs on there. So I don't know if I want to make it. It's not an album. Like it's more like a mixtape. It's like because like me and Tro got plans to like I dropped my tape, he dropped his tape, and then we make a collab album. That's the plan. So what's next is I'm gonna keep doing me because I feel like I'm growing. Like I feel like none of my songs now is bad. Like everything I make is I'm just making bangers on top of bangers. Everything, my voice is good. I learned how to manipulate it. I know too much, so I'm like, I know what people want to hear. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I feel like I could I can really go up now because I know my voice. I don't sound like nobody, and that's a good thing. So I feel like the only way is up. I'm gonna keep making these music, drop this tape. It's gonna drop soon because I already got the cover art. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just keep making music.
Gotcha. So speaking of keep making music, we have Demon Time on the queue. Your latest song that you just dropped. Could you tell
Yeah.
us how this song came about?
Well, do you really want to know?
I would love to know actually.
I'm gonna tell you exactly. I don't even care who listening right now. If you screen record it, I'm gonna tell you how that song came about. So one day, I already had the lyrics, so I just needed the beat. I had a beat for it, but I didn't think it was too hard enough. Like I didn't think like I'm picky when it comes to beats, so I'm like I need a harder beat, like a hard knocking beat. So I'm looking. I found one. The day I'm going to the studio, I found a beat. So I switched beats like hours before going to the studio. So I found it. I'm like, yeah, this could work. So then I added a little bit more lyrics to it. So the song came about because so remember I told you about the ex, basically all the songs about the ex, right? Let me tell you what happened, bro. She go with my mans now. She go with my mans now. She basically both of them snaked me, both of them. So so that's what the anger come in on that song. It's more anger. I said, nigga, I ain't tripping. I already had that because that's a fact. I already had it. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Congrats. I hope y'all be happy. You know what I'm saying? So that song is just me being, instead of, I make sad songs about it. Instead, I switched it and I made a mad song. And I basically, it's not really a diss, but if they want to take it like that, it is what it is. Because I said what I said already. And that's why I said I got a dog. He snaked me for a bitch because I thought we was cool. He was my dog, and he snaked me for her. And I thought she had her loyalty towards me too. Apparently, none of them did. That's why I'm losing friends by the minute because I'm too solid and they not solid. That's why I don't really talk to nobody like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It's an angry persona, and I'm gonna stick to that. You know what I'm saying? That's how that song came about.
Do you feel as though switching it from mad to sad kind of like, I guess, put a notch in your belt as an artist to like go through emotions and still execute the song?
Of course, because niggas nowadays ain't versatile. They can't do what I do. They can't make a vibe song. They can't make a sad song. They can't make a mad song. I can do all of it. So I'm saying if I can switch from sad to mad, I can do anything. Everybody know I'm quote unquote a sad nigga. When low key, I'm really not. I be really chilling now. I'm not. All that sad stuff was in the past. I just be cooling. So I'm like, if they think I can be sad all the time, I can make a mad song and go dumb. And once I made that song, everybody fucked with it. Like it was like really that drill. That's why I'm like, yeah, I can keep this going, but I don't know if I want to. Because like I said, I don't want to keep rapping all the time. It gets boring. So I'm like, basically, yeah, of course. I just feel as though I'm versatile and I can do anything I want.
Gotcha. And it definitely shows. So first of all, huge shouts out to you for this interview. Thank you so much for joining me and answering these really hard in your business questions for tonight. Do you have any last words, any last promotions, or any last propaganda for the people?
All right. And if you watching this, I want you to screen record this. I want whoever watches screen record this. Watch this. So
it's gonna be on IGTV.
All right, bet. So, basically, what I learned throughout everything I've been through I've been making music for like what 2-3 years, but I've been rapping like freestyling since I was like 8. So I'm like, through all that, you need to not care what people think, cause everybody gonna hate you. You always gonna have some niggas that hate you. That's just how life is. So niggas gonna hate. I had to learn, don't care what people think about your music or you, because if you think about that, that's just gonna bring down your confidence. So that's why now I don't care and I do what I want and I say what I want because I don't care. Eventually, you're gonna have to learn to brush that past and don't care what people think because everybody gonna hate you. You just gotta stay in your lane, do what you've been doing, perfect your craft like I've been doing. Just chill. You know what I'm saying? Just chill. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of mental problems in my life, and I'm glad I beat it with music, obviously. So it's like that's like my therapy, like making music and like just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like love, all that love stuff, that was in the past. You know, like I used to be I'm a lover boy, so I used to all that love stuff. Yeah, I like love and whatever, but I don't really chase it like I used to. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. So it's like if they come to me, they come to me. If they don't, they don't. You don't gotta chase no bitch. Chase a check. You know what I'm saying? Chase a. Hey, that's what Future said. You know what I'm saying? I live by what he be saying. So basically, just keep doing you. You know what I'm saying? Don't change for nobody. Be yourself. That's what makes me unique because I'm myself. No one acts like me. Nobody be like me. I'm me. And that's why everybody fuck with me because I'm like a weirdo, low key. But I don't think I'm weird. But hey, you know what I'm saying? So that's really it.
I can take that as the last word. I can really appreciate that as the last word. A lot of the times when artists get on for the last words, last promotions, last propagandas, they really kind of just like they kind of fumble around words, but like that was more so heartfelt and more so a message to everyone else. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much, Young Swansea.
Of course.
Um,
Three toes. No cap.
coming coming up next on Inside the Rapper Studio tomorrow, we're gonna have Keith the Vandal on. That should be a very interesting interview. We're gonna be talking about his latest singles that he's been dropping, also talking about his Vandal brand and what's coming up next for the guy in this year. Also, I'm doing a giveaway for these hats. At the end of the week, you're going to collect 5 passwords from each episode this week. At the password for this week is arrogance. I'll say it again, arrogance. That's the password. So that's 1 out of 5. Get the rest at the end of the week. If you give me all the passwords, you get a free hat. Just give me the words on Saturday. I'll ship it straight to you. So that's the first word, arrogance. So, of course, from your host, Score Swayze, thank you very much for everyone to hop on this live, whether it's 1 minute, 1 second, or the entire live. Huge shouts out to IG for actually bringing the whole live and not breaking up my shit. I know it's really hard work for the monkeys down in Instagram to keep things running, so thank you very much. And yeah, so from me, your host, Score Swayze, and our wonderful guest of episode 51, Young Swansea, I would like to tell you guys thank you very much. And as always, wash your hands and stay in the house.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, Swansea. Appreciate it, man.
Of course.